my driving instructor. We're at the gas station. We're going to be in heavy traffic. It's running late. The temperature is freezing. There's rush hour traffic. We just had to get gas. This is real. So I'm going to take you through the journey. You're trying to get to work or get home. There's a lot of traffic. People are not going to let you merge in. What are you going to do? We're going to communicate with our drivers. We're going to ask for grace and forgiveness and be assertive, not be disrespectful. We're all trying to get where we need to go. And if I work hard and I'm kind and I work with everyone, we're all going to be successful. I am not going to cut off that semi truck and die, because that truck is way bigger than all of us, and I respect drivers. So this is real here. Maybe he'll leave a space, maybe he won't. We just don't know. Maybe I can't get out. So I'm here waiting, frantically looking left and right, trying to get up to the edge. And I'm hoping I'm going to make a left turn. I'm hoping someone's going to let me in. Is this car going to let me in? Of course not. So I'm just waiting for a gap. I am not going to cut across and go up there. That's dangerous. So I just have to wait. It might be another 10 or 15 seconds. This is the emotion that you feel. This is the stress that you feel. We all feel this in normal because we left late. So we can't crash. We can't lose our mind. Will my boss be upset? Maybe. Will my clients be there waiting? Yes. Will someone let me out? I can't depend on them. But we just have to be here to wait and keep our fingers crossed. It's like a knot in your stomach. And I'm not lying to you. This is how I feel. And you will feel like this because you want to be safe. You don't want to be late. You don't want to hit someone. I'm trying to be cautious. This lady might wait for me. She didn't. Okay. I gave her a 2. That is the HTS, the Highway Transportation System. We all work together to make it work. Now, I still have this intense anxiety, intense emotional feeling because I don't know what the expressway is going to be like. I don't know if people are going to work with me. We all are in a hurry. We all are depressed. We all are emotional. They're the police that went by. We all have things we have to do. We all have bills we have to pay. I was reading some of the comments yesterday. How do I get a car? Facebook Marketplace is good. Lean into your church. Talk to members in your family. But remember, no one is going to give you a car. You have to get a job. I don't care how old you are. You can work. Do social media. Shovel snow. Help your family around the house. There are things you can do to earn money. So again, there's no money tree. If you're over 30, you understand what I just said. You got to work. You got to bring value. If I go too fast on this cloverleaf, I'm going to spin out because the temperature is 23 degrees and I can't let my emotions and my anxiety make me crash on this cloverleaf because it's real. I'm not going to lie to you. And we're about traffic safety. And then I'm going to accelerate, push my gas pedal to the floor, and you hear the motor screaming a little bit. That's a little hard. People don't normally want to do that. I don't want to do that also, but I have to get out here and merge out. Okay, it says front camera block, clean windshield. The windshield is clean. Now I'm trying to settle down. The middle lane is the safest. This is the traffic safety video. We're safe. I have both hands on the wheel. I have an admin in the car. I'm gonna make a lane change to the left, smoothly and deliberately. I'm okay on time, but we don't know what the traffic is gonna bring us. We can't rely on the other drivers to take us to the destination. We have to control it. We have to be aware of what's going on. We're about 70 miles an hour. Fine. Everyone's kind of settled down. And I need to settle down. It's going to take a few minutes, right? Going to Detroit, going to New York, going to Chicago, going to Los Angeles. Every city has its own vibe, its own feelings, its own traps, its own challenges. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a challenge every day to get up sometimes. And if people say, hey, I can get up every day, they're lying to you. Okay? You're tired, you get run down, you got stuff going on with your family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad. This is real life. And this is why I'm talking about this traffic safety. You got to lock in and stay focused on good driving. And it's hard sometimes. I'm gonna get over to the middle lane so I can see more. Right now I have some open space. I don't wanna go too fast and over accelerate, but I don't wanna go too slow. So it's very windy out here. I feel the car being pushed. So I have a nice firm grip. I'm gonna make a lane change to the left. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Thank you. The biggest thing that I find is mental focus. Locking in, not thinking driving is your enemy, or other drivers are trying to put you in a dangerous place, but sometimes they are. But you have to slow your roll. If you're over 24, you understand what I'm saying. Because sometimes we get in self-destruction mode. Sometimes we have to slow down. Sometimes you have to go slower to go faster. This guy's just tapping his brakes for nothing. I'm gonna take a look. I don't understand why he's doing that. I'm looking ahead. He could have adaptive cruise control on. Seems like it is, but sometimes those Fords have very sensitive brakes. We're at about 70 miles an hour. Heavy traffic. And eventually, if this guy or lady keeps tapping the brakes, mentally, I'm going to ignore that because he is tapping the brakes for nothing. I have a safe following distance, but he may not. And we tend to think sometimes if I have a truck or a big car, I can car bully someone to going faster. Not necessarily the case. I want to stay consistent and smooth. I don't ever want to slam my brakes because that's common as a rear-end collision. Looks like the lane ahead is open. You want to check your mirrors around you. I do recommend a dash cam. We're going to be adding that in very soon. This can give you data, evidence on how drivers are moving. You can't let your guard down. I'm going to move. I'm going to accelerate through. I have an open space. Let's go. Let's go! Now we're moving. And that's fine. I feel pretty safe. I'm looking ahead. I'm not being reckless. I'm not cutting off cars. We're moving with a priority and a passion. And I realize this curve is very tight, so I want to lift my foot and go in very gradual because centrifugal force will pull us out to the left. And also, we do take life for granted because we get so tied up in our life, in bills, in our kids, in a job, in family, we forget about what's important. It's safety. I would love to pass this truck. I'm going to make a lane change. Thank God they're getting off. And then once I clear this truck to my left, I'm going to get over. I cleared the truck, but I'm a little too fast coming into this curve. So I want to take my time and readjust my speed. I'm lifting my foot again because there's slow moving traffic. I see a gap to the left. I'm going to accelerate. Once I see them in my mirror, yes. That's a little tight, but this is real life driving, and then I'm lifting my foot. 3 blinks, mirror check, blind spot check, you get over, you execute. If you're hesitant and can't do this, you need to watch this video. You need to learn. I'm still smooth. I have decent space. Oh, I turned a little bit late. And some of you may do that. There's these big trucks here. And I know the ground is cold too, so traction is limited. And then your car will be challenged with cold weather conditions. I'm squeezing my brake. I see traffic. I'm trying to increase my following distance. When you're driving, you have to think of safety. If not, you will crash. You will have an accident. The outcome will be terrible. The world owes you nothing. You learn every single day. I'm learning about these conditions in traffic. There's a lesson every single day you wake up. From your young friends, from your OGs, from your coaches, your teachers, your parents. There's lessons every single day in life. This is why I love showing you this information, this educational video. I'm squeezing my brakes. If I can see the rear of the tires, I'm doing great. If I can't, I'm in trouble. Just taking my time, heart's pounding, a lot of traffic, nothing I can do. You can't let your selfish interests come before safe driving. It's very hard because you think if I drive a little faster, if I merge to the middle and get back to the right and pass 5 cars, I'm going to be there. It doesn't always work like that. Because over the last few weeks, traffic has been really bad. And there's nothing you really can do. And you just have to focus on safety. Because if you drive and drive long enough, you will be in traffic like this, stop and go. Stop and go traffic is dangerous because you have a tendency to lose focus. And then the most common type of collision is a rear-end collision or side swipe. You want to have good speed, good space, and really stay active in your environment. I'm in a rush hour highway environment on an I-94 interchange. This is no joke. You have to really be aware. You have to adapt, okay? And when you adapt, you're able to be defensive-minded, and we want to be defensive-minded. We want to be able to analyze the environment. We want to be able to adapt to whatever the road shows us. Because things don't always work out the way they should. A breakdown, an accident, running late, picking up your mom, dropping her off at home, and then speeding to work. And then you're 5 minutes late and your boss is looking at you like, what's the problem? Those are real life situations. This is real life. I'm scanning. We're at 40. The speed limit is 70 miles an hour. And I'm scanning left, middle, and right. I see a sea of brake lights. I'm just trying to increase my following distance. And then I'm going to squeeze my brake. Remember what I said? If you can't see the rear of the tires, we're too close. And I think it's just being in balance. If you're out of balance, you're going to scream at your spouse, your mom, your dad, your boss, your clients. If you're out of balance, you're going to make terrible mistakes. We want to be in balance. We want to be consistent. And this car is not accelerating as smoothly. I don't know if it's an oil change or software update. I'm not sure. But if you drive long enough, you'll know what your car is doing or not doing. And you have to always look. I'm not talking about AI and self-driving. I'm talking about you as a human adapting, keeping good speed and good space, thinking of others, and putting safety as a priority. Safety is not an accident. And if you approach your drive, most of the time, you will be fine. Some of the times you could have a side swipe accident, which is common. Some of the times you could have a rear end collision, which is common. Sometimes you will get there right on time, which is common. I'm looking for open space ahead. I'm trying to take my time and keep moving. I'm always trying to keep an open lane in mind, and I'm trying to be safe and not be too hyper aggressive. Like now I was hyper aggressive, but I have to yield to let those slow moving cars out. And I got ahead of myself a little bit, so that was a wasted movement. Did you just learn something from me? I accelerated really fast to try to pass traffic, but I would have had to been very aggressive to cut off cars, so I got nowhere. The world relies on us driving. Semi-trucks are the backbone of the United States and of the world. Semi-truck drivers, I take my hat off to you, but they have dangers. Blind spots, left side, right side, front and back. You do get an adrenaline rush, I'm not gonna lie. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I love speed, I love cars, I love the smell of racing gas. You may not be like me. I love motors. But also I realize that everyone doesn't have the passion that I have. Everyone is not an enthusiast like me. But you should be able to feel my enthusiasm through this video. The car's being pushed to the left. I'm lifting my foot so I don't run into this Silverado. I'm lifting my foot again. And I'm just trying to take my time and be smooth. Because you have to put others before your selfish interest. That's how I look at it. You may not feel the same. You might say, I don't care, I just want to get to work. I want to get home. I had a bad breakup. I'm driving 100 miles an hour and I don't know what I'm going to do because I lost my boo. Those situations do happen. We're human. We all are trying to find our loved one, our soulmate. Some of you will never find your soulmate. Some of you will. And then you guys will build your empire together, your business, your LLC, your nonprofit. But we have to focus on safety right now. And I'm going to get over one lane to the right. I'm going to accelerate through. Because the goal is safety. I think also sometimes drivers unintentionally crash, lack of focus, sleepy, aggression, road rage. You want to live as long as you can. And unfortunately, automobile accidents, truck accidents impact our societies, our communities. I see it every day because I'm an instructor. That semi-truck is right beside me. I swear that semi-truck. I've seen them go 100 miles an hour before down in Florida. I was shocked. That huge machine can go 100 miles an hour. I was in awe. I was in awe when I saw the semi-truck go 100 miles an hour down in Florida, I-75. We went down to Moroso Motorsport Park to race. And we were driving. I had my crew chief with me. Michael Love, I'm giving you a shout out. AKA Sweet Toes. We saw these semi-trucks do 100 miles an hour. It scared me, literally. I did not know what to do. I just was shocked. So that goes to show you any vehicle, if enough room is capable, can achieve speeds. This ramp is very dangerous and I don't want to hit someone. Oh. It's kind of an adrenaline rush, a controlled rage, controlled emotions. All of these emotions are in one. And some people can't control their emotions. Some people can. You feel overwhelmed sometimes and defeated. But if you have a good support system, your instructor, your teacher, your coach, you can talk to them. I'm just scanning. And I'm thinking of safety. Once again, remember what I said? If you can't see the rear of the tires on the ground, we are too close. I'm praying someone doesn't come up this ramp at about 80 and rear end me. That happened to my nephew. He got rear ended and pushed in front of a car. He had a concussion. These situations are real, and more people need to share their journey. It's really therapy, to be honest, because you learn from your mistakes. What to do, what not to do, how to react, and how to stay calm. He's a homeless veteran. What the heck is going on with our country? This is a very challenging turn too, because we're on a crossover, kind of like I cross you over, make you fall when I play basketball and dunk on you. And it's elevated. The wind will blow. The bridge is cold. I could slide into this Impala. You can feel the bridge below. And we're just trying to take our time and analyze the situation. And I'm looking at traffic. This is highly stressful. You got to look in front of you. You got to look over there to the right. You got to look far to the right. And if you're not analyzing, you're going to get hit. But you have to breathe and take one step at a time. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to breathe and take one step at a time. You can tell by my voice how I'm talking. This is stressful. And some of you say, man, just go, just go. No, you can't just go. Because we're not trying to have an accident. We're trying to judge everything. And good drivers do this. And this is why we're doing this tutorial. This is why we're doing this educational video. Okay, we all have to share it and we all have to look. I'm looking for a gap. I'm looking for a space. And I'm waiting. I'm moving forward. Oh, I missed my turn. I missed my opportunity. Here I go. That was a beautiful cat. Oh, I'm sliding. Oh my God. The rear of the car spun out. If I would have got overly aggressive, I would have flipped this vehicle. So I lifted my foot. That's real. That's real, my baby. Bro. Oh my God. I felt the rears spin. I felt the rear spin, man. That's no joke. That's that black ice. So I'm going to have a complete stop. They didn't stop. But we going to stop. We going to do what's right. It's an adrenaline rush every day. Every day. And you gotta like literally slow your emotional roll down. Okay? And we know parking lots are very dangerous. So if you don't slow your emotional roll down, you're gonna crash. Literally almost crash there. And we're speaking truth. Every single day we speak truth. Guys, follow me. Subscribe. We're gonna go live later. We'll talk more. Bye.